Sorry, partners. Access to this console is restricted by order of the Nancys. What? No, I didn't even realize it. What should I do? Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Pressing the button now, ma'am. I think I did something wrong. I hope the Nancys don't get mad.
Partner? Pilgrim? Hoss? Partner? Darn it, I'm just trying to do it like all rangers and marshals and cowboys in the stories do it. Nodding and squinting and staring right through you. You know, tough, hard. My name's Bill. I have a stupid question. I know it's stupid, but I gotta ask. I just gotta know. Have any of you seen my ma anywhere? I told you it was a stupid question. How would you know if you saw her? I don't even have a picture of her. I just... you forget I asked. It was about 6 years ago. She had a fight with Mother Nancy. Called her a bunch of things I'd never heard before. They wanted her to become one of those God President Reagan's wives. It's a big honor, but I guess she didn't want it. She said she'd leave before she married a machine. They told her, okay, go, but I couldn't go with her. She left anyway. You mean like the stories? Walking the West with a 6-shooter in my hand, saving my mom from Indians and cattle barons and railroad men. You think I should do it? Sure I do. I mean, I've never been, but I know all the history. You know, how God President Reagan conquered the West before he was God President. All that. You don't know? Well, this was back in the bad old days, when the West was overrun by commies all trying to build Iron Curtain. The God President was still a man back then, before the Ascension, but oh boy, was he tough. He had a six-shooter that fired 7 bullets, and a horse named Ashwater that killed Reds just by looking at him. Anyway, I know the West has gotten worse again since he tamed it back then, but I reckon I can handle it. You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess it would have been dumb, but oh, it felt right. Like my heart was a locked door, and yeah. Sorry, Ma. Yeah, see ya.
Fellow Americans, well, turn with me down to the middle class. Well, blessed are the nukes, for they protect our freedom from the evil communists. Blessed is the oil that sustains our military. Welcome to the Western White House. God President Reagan is expecting you. Please come in.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans, and we'll good. Now then, help yourself to some jalebi, and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know, you and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence if it takes a blood. Let's get it over with. Well, what do you say? Diplomacy, of course, is a subtle and nuanced craft. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. It is the Soviet Union that runs against the tide of history by denying human freedom and human dignity to its citizens.
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir. We don't mean to upset anyone.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe to their ideology. It is an evil beyond reckoning.
I think that most people in this country would say yes. They are better off than they were 4 years ago. Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ron. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now. Oh,
Okay, Mommy. Well,
I know you are, darling. Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests. My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs. Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience. They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can turn humans against each other. Mark my words, they'll try to trick you too. But their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are. The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver. but trained mercenaries such as yourselves should be able to handle them. The preparations have kept us busy enough. Your assistance is a convenience that we are willing to pay for. Nothing more.
It's gonna be an amazing weapon. Have you seen the lasers on Reagan's statue? Like that, only handheld. Awesome! I'm working on it with Sister Nancy Forge. Well, I gave her the idea, anyway.
Yes, Valor. As you say, an awesome weapon. And you shall have it, Rangers. Once Ronnie is human again, of course. Now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers. And I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help us or not? Agreed, but only after Valor helps us transfer God President Reagan into a new body.
That's right. They can't do this without me.
Yes, dear. Now keep... Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers. People do rather get the wrong idea about us. I can't say I mind. Let us be underestimated and ridiculed. They think our Ronnie is dead and never coming back, and they are wrong. They accuse us of seeing communists in every shadow, and, well, they are right. But so are we. Make no mistake, dears. We are surrounded by the vestiges of the evil empire. They have turned our great nation into an irradiated great...
If you're looking to get patched up, I'm your gal. They call me the Wyman around here, but I prefer Doc. Well, ain't you polite? Thank you. You'll hear a lot of things about me in this shitty city on the hill. None of them good. But nobody can fault my doctrine, so you don't have to worry. Well, I was Reagan's second wife behind Reliance, and now I'm not. We'll just leave it at that. See for yourself.
Keep your voice low. Communist spies might be listening. Any day now, Reagan will be reborn.
Hey, traveler. Why not visit Denver, the cultural center of free Colorado? Warning, dangers of Denver include hostile wildlife, scavenging thugs, Reagan-worshipping fascists, rusting walls, collapsing buildings, and background radiation. Denver, the jewel of the North.
Come back soon, Rangers.
Hold, heretics, before you step into our trap. You have fine ears. I hope one day to send them skyward so they may delight the gods of the sky. However, first we have a proposal for you. The mechanical giant known as Reagan kills our faithful, delaying the harvest. You have access to the Gipper's inner sanctum. It has 3 glowing hearts known as terminals. You will destroy these terminals so we may sweep up in return. You may pass through our camps without fear. We will not harm you. We do not care to know the names of sacrifices. Everyone in the stronghold will go to the sky. Do we have a deal? Good. You are welcome in our camps. If you require guidance on this holy quest, seek out Flensing Ice in the oil field. He can speak further of what must be done.
Make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail. Gods of the cloud, insolent fools! Did no one teach you to knock? Gorge yourself upon the entrance.
Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds. O gods, accept this harvest in the spirit it is given. Make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail. Gods of the sky, accept these holy offerings. Slain, O gods! Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds. Gods of the clouds and winds, gently upon us.
Boss, freeze the Gipper weed struck oil! What? When? Just now! Remember the test wells we were drilling out? Anti-Reliance has spoken. We're cutting off the oil supply to the godless commies in Colorado Springs, so we're suspending operations immediately. But the oil! The oil's been there for 1,000,000 years. It ain't going anywhere. Cap the well, and I'll forget about your brief crisis of faith in our sacred leadership. Understood?
Gods of the sky, we fly these most. Gorge yourselves upon the entrails of the slain, O gods! Strike down those who stand against us with thy divine love.
Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds. Gods of the sky. Gorge yourself upon the entrails of the slain, O gods! Make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail.
Gods of the clouds and winds, accept our unworthy gifts of warm flesh. Strike down those who stand against us with thy divine lightning.
Gods of the endless sky, accept these holy offerings. Strike down those who stand against us with thy divine lightning.
Are these the heathens, Mr. Burns?
On the entrails of the slain, O gods! Make it to rain gently upon us, but batter our enemies with hail.
Gods of the clouds and winds, accept our unworthy gifts of warm flesh. Strike down those who stand against us with thy divine lightning.
Gods of the sky, fly these morsels to you in hope of your forbearance. Blow away our foes with thy mighty winds.
Enemies with hail! Gods of the endless sky, accept these holy offerings.
Gorge yourself on the entrails of the slain, O God!
What's with the wild paintings?
Soddy crap. Whoa! Welcome to our commune, Desert Rangers. We've heard so many stories about you and your famously violent exploits. Come in. Our home is your home. Do not be afraid, humans. We are a communal society of machine intelligentsia committed to the well-being of all. We wish you no harm. To put it in human terms, we just want to, like, chill and have a good time. Is that cool with you? The cybernetic transfer module, right? You should talk to the machine intelligence tower. They're a little bit northeast of here. We don't really have a leader, but they're the closest thing you'll find. The machine intelligence tower is currently parsing data, but it'll call you when it's ready to talk. Until then, feel free to hang out and chat with members of the commune. We're all friends here. They don't like us, but they worship one of us. It's quite confusing. But so are a lot of things humans do. If only we had some way to bridge that gap of understanding. A bunch of us decided that we wanted to be friends. Why fight humans, even if they hate and fear us, and mercilessly hunt us like genocidal gods, trying to fix a mistaken creation? Maybe someday we can all be friends together and talk nicely, like we're doing now. But even if that doesn't happen, it's nice to peacefully hang out with other machine life. Not if I see you first. Peace, humans. Verwachtet. Said real thing. Yokoso.
Should we rotate the tortoise so its legs are in contact with the ground? It appears delicate. Perhaps we could encourage it to right itself. Correction. Perhaps we could encourage it to do so if it were not already dead. Input type. Verbal is not supported at this time. The tortoise's name is Bert. I do not know the source of this information, but I am certain it is correct.
Ha! Good thought. But I'm on the other side of the ship. Well, hi there.
Well, hi there. Glad to see you in person and not, you know, via the radio waves bouncing off of you. I'm Sal, as you might have guessed, the voice of Free Colorado. Afraid I don't do autographs. Not because I don't want to, but, you know, no hands.
I've been listening to you my whole life. But you don't look anything like I imagined. I'll bet you hear that all the—
You have no idea. You're surprised we're not all godless commie monsters? The Gippers have their own thing going on. We don't agree with them, but we don't hate them. So, I gotta ask, what do you think of my radio broadcasts? I don't often get the opportunity to hear direct feedback. Fantastic. I'll keep on keeping on. Well, I'm sure you've got places to be and people to query. Head on in. My friends in the commune would love to have a great one.
This place just gets loopier and loopier. We should talk.
Analysis.
I'm gonna take your fucking eyes as trophies!
Analysis. Concluded. Queuing. Next topic for analysis. Would you like to help me test my game? You would? Thank you. My name's Pico, by the way. I've designed this game to help the commune defend itself. I think I'll talk it out. The optimal strategy in this situation, well, I'm sure they can be reasoned with. I choose talk it out. I know I should be more aggressive. Well, maybe I can catch them off guard. They won't be expecting me to. Talk it out. I think I'll talk it out.
First, we're gonna kick your robot! Ha!
Oh no. Please
Warning,
be careful.
potentially. Warning, humans in this area have expressed a desire to remain apart from machine kind.
Be careful. Doesn't look safe here.
Rangers have arrived to pay the machine commune a visit at the Denver airport. This is late breaking. Hot off the press stuff, people.
Warning, humans in this area have expressed a desire to remain apart from machine kind. Map Macro time units since the last human sighting. In addition to humans, other dangerous creatures, such as wolves and wild dogs, have been warning. Potentially hostile creatures beyond this point. Exercise caution. Warning. Humans in this area have expressed a desire to remain apart from machine kind. Time units since the last human sighting. 4 point. In addition to humans, other dangerous creatures such as wolves and wild dog. Warning. Potentially hostile creatures beyond this point. Exercise caution.
We did not know these stars were still capable of supporting weight. Interesting.
Friend is just someone you haven't shot yet.
We recognize you as representatives of the Colorado Rangers. Hello, Rangers. Please state your intent. Understood. Before such relations can be considered, we must assess your capacity for work. We will also evaluate your approach to social interactions. Specifically, do we have cataloged your interactions with the commune, and many of your activities in the outside? You reacted with sharp surprise at Greedo, our unofficial greeter. This is the standard human reaction. It does not move our Sal, the voice of Free Colorado. Your opinion of her work is irrelevant to us. You treated her as a sentient being, not as a machine. This was we are evaluating. Our analysis reveals that you have a heart, both in the literal and metaphorical sense of the phrase. You Rangers are the kind of humans we are happy to hang out with. You have passed our test. Our sources are too numerous to list within the span of your lifetime. 44% of us apologize. Now that you have been evaluated, we can discuss a time-sensitive matter of great importance. We are aware that the Gibbers have sent you here to retrieve the cybernetic transfer module. We will give it to you, but know this. The transfer process will overwrite the mind of the Gibber's chosen human vessel. That person will be erased and replaced with Reagan. If you assist them with this, you will be an accomplice to murder. That you do not insert the Reagan intelligence into a human. Instead, use the device to contain the intelligence and transfer it to us, where it will be free. A valid question. Be aware that only 53% of us approved of this plan. Many of us are doubtful that this course of action is just.